For 31 years, my husband would climb on top, do the business, roll off, put his pajamas on and go back to sleep. I've never had an orgasm. And yes, in fact, if we do this, he will only be the second man I have ever had sex with. Oh, God.
Now, Nancy.
This is crazy.
Nancy?
It's terrible. It's wrong.
Nancy?
Yes?
Let's go to bed.
Okay.
Well, Sophie, I'm so glad to be talking to you. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure. Yeah, I'm glad to be talking to you too.
Thank you very much for putting together, for crafting this film, such a rich experience. It was done beautifully, high quality acting and writing.
Thank you. That's beautiful to hear. Thank you for saying.
No, my pleasure. Sexuality being such an individual experience for everyone, I was wondering what sort of research did you do?
Yeah, great question. When I came to the film, the character of Nancy was quite formed. We did want to go further with that, so we added things like the orgasm was never there, and and I wanted to explore Nancy's relationship to her body more, and why the shame exists that she carries, that all of us carry, I suppose. Where the bulk of the research came from me was in talking to sex workers and and getting a real breadth of understanding of the different people that are working in sex work, which is huge, like any job. What was great and freeing about talking to lots of sex workers was it actually gave us the freedom to create a very specific character in Leo.
Yeah, I read that Ms. Thompson and Daryl, they sort of jumped to the opportunity to become naturally close on their own. So you, as a director, what's your role there? Do you sort of give guidance or just let them have it their way? Do you know when to interfere or not?
No, definitely it's a mix of those things. For me, directing, I'm always trying to create a space where they can form a relationship and trying to give them the tools to help make that relationship deepen really fast. There's always, you can't be part of all of that as a director. In fact, you often need them to create something that's not with you. Emma and Daryl had an instant kind of connection between them, but we did do a week of very serious and strong rehearsals where we spent a lot of time together, and that really helped as well.
I also read the part about you rehearsing naked. With I thought it was beautiful because I thought about the level of intimacy and trust between two professionals.
Yeah, well, I never thought I would need to do that, and definitely, but the film is about trying to let go of a sense of shame about bodies and trying to let go of the idea that how your body looks is the important thing. And so to really actually action that together, or to confront that in some way, knowing that we all still carry that, was a big moment for us all.
Sounds great. There's another checklist that I have written here. The topic of women not achieving their orgasms for the most of their lives, the pain for intimacy, the age gap between characters, even the race. Seems like a cocktail to outrage certain parts of our society. And I know that's not the intention of the film, but I was wondering if it happened, if you found any resistance at any point of the process.
I expected more resistance, actually. I guess the thing is that, Emma's very beloved, and it does help.
Sure.
I think it's a very intimate, small story about two characters. So we're not really presenting it as though it's the answer to everything, So people are less resistant in some ways. But for sure, there'll be audiences that are just like anti anything that's about sex, that could be pleasure, or that is about women having autonomy over their lives or sex workers having autonomy over their lives, yeah, there'll be, but I don't listen to them.
Now I just want to know, what do we want people to take away from the film?
The idea that people would want to speak about this stuff and talk about their own experiences and their own, what's happened for them in terms of their sexuality and their relationship to their bodies, and the limitations that they've placed on themselves. And certainly the idea of our bodies, and that our bodies are there for the visual appeal of them. I'd like people to be able to confront that as an idea, that maybe there's a lot more our bodies can do and are there for than to be visually appealing to someone else.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much for your time and for your trust, because I really value this space. Best of lucks with the film. Really.
Thanks, Walter. Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you.